Okay, well, this will be, I believe, my last workout from Bogota, my last recorded hotel workout from Bogota. And circle the knees around. I am leaving this Friday. I will finish my shooting other way tomorrow. So today's workout, same deal. We're making use of what I've got in the room here. You will need something to do dips on, so a chair or a sofa. You'll also need a chair to put your feet up on, so you can do hamstring raises. And anything else? Well, I'm using the chair again for overhead presses as well as bicep curls. Obviously, if you have weights at home, that's probably working a little bit better than using chairs. So if you're doing this at home, then use what you've got there. But if you find yourself in a hotel room, like me, then these are some ideas of things that you can use, turn it around, in place of those weights. And reach it out. And shoulders up and back. So in each round in this workout, it's a little bit shorter. I think the entire workout runs about 40 minutes. Other way. There are 3 exercises in each of 7 rounds. You do each 3 times before we go to our minute rest in between. Other way. One of those that if you're short on time, roll ahead. You can do a little quicker, but I have gotten in everything, so you are getting a full body workout. Been a little challenging for me here on week 4 to get completely the kind of workout that I want to get without weights. These kind of body weight workouts work fine for a couple of weeks, but on week 4, I really need to get back to chin to the chest, to using some weights when I get home. I'm looking forward to it. Look up. And one last time, chin to the chest. And go to your downward dog. Bring the pelvis to the floor. And we're just back and forth with that a couple of times. And step forward with your right foot. Back knee to the floor, hands behind the head. Press the pelvis forward. And switch it up. Back knee to the floor, hands behind the head. Press the pelvis forward. And bring your feet side by side, shoulder width apart or wider. Bend and straighten the knees. Hang over. And roll up. Okay, so our first round is just, we've got seal jacks for 30 seconds, then we're down to the floor for push-ups, and then we stay down on the floor and we've got Russian twist. And as I said, we're repeating those 3 exercises 3 times. We'll go through each one of them, then repeat again, then repeat one more time. All right. I'm going to start my timer. In 3, 2, 1, go. Try to make your transitions as quickly as you can so you get the full 30 seconds. Get ready and push-ups. Remember, chest hits the floor, not the pelvis. And Russian twist, right to it. And come right back up. Seal jacks. Get ready and push-ups. Russian twist. And one more time. Less than 10 seconds, we'll be going to those push-ups. And push-ups. Russian twist to finish off this round. and rest. Whew. All right, there's round 1 done. So this next round is where you're gonna be doing your dips. So a chair, as long as it's not gonna move on you. Sofa's really good because it won't move on you. Stair is good for those dips, okay? And we're starting off with jump squats. Obviously, if you don't jump, you can do your ski jumpers instead. Just get a good fast pace to get that heart rate up. And then we've got our V-ups on the floor, okay? So just remember with the dips, right? When you get in that position to do your dips, you gotta get your butt right next to that sofa or chair or stair, whatever you're using. Okay, get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go. And dips. So I'm putting my legs straight, but you can bend them if it's a little bit easier if you have a flat foot and knees are bent. Almost there, we're gonna stay on the floor for our V-ups. There it is, legs straight, and bring them apart, the top. And come on up, jump squats again. And dips. And V-ups. And one more time. Dips. And V-ups, finish off the round. Rest. Woo. So this round, we've got wide outs, which I hate. Bicep curls. So I'm going to use my chair, but if you have a weight at home, use those. And then we've got our bicycles on the floor. Wide outs. So to go over with wide outs, to really get the benefit of this exercise, it's not a jumping jack. You gotta stay low. So you're here, just keep your hands in here. Focus on staying low. If I could see you, I shouldn't see a lot of this going on like I would in a jumping jack. You're trying to stay low the whole time. Like you're almost trying to keep your head at that same level, okay? That's what makes them hard. You can see I'm not talking as much because even those 4 weeks, I still feel the altitude here when I'm doing more cardiovascular stuff. In 3, 2, 1, go. I really hate wide outs, so I rarely put them in workouts, but they're actually a great exercise. Almost there. And bicep curls. Whoops, went a little early. One more. Bicycles. Try to keep that straight leg only 4 to 6 inches off the floor. And we're back to those dreaded wide outs. Stay nice and low. And we get our bicep curls. Bicycles. And wide outs one more time. And bicep curls. And bicycles. Woo. Rest. All right. So in this round, you've got burpees. I'm doing full burpees with a push-up, but you can do half burpees. If you're someone that can't do those for whatever reason, just choose another exercise. It's good for you. It keeps your heart rate up. Then we've got shoulder presses. As before, I'm using the chair. A little tough for me to transition into that really quickly, but I will try. And then we've got leg grabs on the floor. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little more water. That's the other thing with this high altitude. You have to be careful about your water intake. You have to stay good and hydrated. And sometimes on days like yesterday, when I was on the set all day, I'm not so good about that, which will also leave you a little weak if you're dehydrated. Okay, so less than 10 seconds, we're gonna be going to those burpees. I'm gonna be back a little bit because I've kind of hurt my foot on this carpeting with these. And go. One more. Actually, not my foot, it's my toe. I've kind of pulled the skin up from my toe on this carpeting, which is a little rough. So if my burpees look a little ragged, that's part of the reason my toe is bothering me, that skin pulled up. And we got leg grabs. Hopefully you can transition faster than I can. That chair is a little cumbersome for shoulder presses. And we're back to our burpees. Oh, shoulder presses. One more. And down to those leg grabs. And we're repeating again. Once again, forgive me, I know those burpees look pretty rough. It's skin on that toe coming up. It's very uncomfortable. This will finish off this round. Woo! Rest. Okay, what do we get next? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. We catch our breath a bit in this round because there's not quite the cardiovascular round as in the others. We are doing Hindu squats or pulse squats if you can't do the Hindu pulse squats, I should say. We're doing calf raises and we're doing planks. So for this round, the one thing I'd say you need is something that you can hold on to when you're doing those calf raises, okay? Because we really, to make those effective, we got to go really fast. We got to get really high on the toes if we can. Most people cannot do that fast continuously for 30 seconds without something to hold on to. So make sure you have that. So we're going to go with those Hindu squats or pulse squats now. So pulse squat, you're just here, right? Hindu squat, it's deeper. You have got to have your weight in your heels though if you're going to attempt these Hindu squats. Okay, you'll hurt yourself otherwise. And we're up right away. Turn the feet out. Try to get the weight more over the big toe and the little toe with ease. You get better development in the calves with feet turned out like this. That's why we're doing it this way. Then in 5 seconds, we'll be going down to our planks. 2, 1, there we go. low plank. All right, Hindu squats or pulse squats. And if you happen to see on that plank that I didn't have both feet on the floor, one was crossed over the other, that just has to do with this discomfort with the skin pulled up on my big toe. It's not that I want you to do that. And calf raises. Fast, up high, over the big toe. And down to those planks. And Hindu squats. And calf raises. Almost there. We're going down planks to finish up this round. There we go. And rest. All right. So next round. Next round, you're going to need your chair again. I have to get a towel or washcloth because I'm sweating so much. I'll be right back. Whew. Okay. So the last round. We've got drop squat to a touch. Now you're going to need chair, sofa, as long as that one's a little low for what I want to do. It's that exercise that works the hamstrings. So just to show you here, we're coming up high as we can and down. We're trying to crank those out. I also wrote grasshoppers in this, but I'm realizing now because that toe I cannot do the grasshoppers. It will really bother. So you can do grasshoppers if you would prefer. If not, you can join me. I'm going to do side plank, bridge, okay? So bridge, remember, is up here. All right, So I'm gonna have a drink of water. We're gonna get ready to finish off this workout. It is very strange here for me in Bogota when the weather is almost summer-like, but people are still wearing down jackets. I'm walking around in t-shirts. In 3, 2, 1, go. And we're going to those hamstring raises here. So we want to go as fast as we can. Believe me, by your third time through, you're going to really feel this if you're not already. And side planks I'm going for here. I'm going to add a little pulse. And we're back up to drop squat to touch. Hamstrings. And whoops, side planks, other side. And drop squat to a touch. Last minute and a half of our workout. Hamstrings. And we're gonna bridges to finish this off. Really try to press that pelvis to the ceiling, butt cheeks squeezed together. And you're done. I'm done. It was harder than I thought. Okay, thank you all. See you soon.